See, what we do as a value-added distributor is slightly different than the other so-called value-added distributors. We engage both with the end customers, the partners, and the vendors, providing value to each one of them at the same time, rather than working in silos. So we try and basically do what others have failed to do in one of the segments. We cover all together. Absolutely. We being the distributor, we certainly have a very strong relationship with the end customer. We evangelize our partners who are security focused, get them to be more trained on the products and the portfolio that we carry, and the vendors where we already have a very strong tie-up and relationships. We bring the vendors into the region and help them grow their portfolio and the reach within the Middle East and Africa region that we cater to. So we work on the Zero Trust security framework. What we try and do for our end customers, the CISOs of those end customers, to get them to tell us their pain area. What would help them to make their environment more stronger and safer? Because with the digital transformation, the identity sprawl, with so many other threat vectors right now, the attack surface increasing. With our Zero Trust security framework, we offer them much more in terms of the insight as to what can safeguard them from the potential threats that the whole industry is right now facing. So we continue to engage our channel partners in getting them trained on the vendors that we onboard. We do a continuous training for them as and when new people within the channel get onboarded. We help all the vendors do those roadshows in the countries, take them to the countries and help the channel in those countries also get involved and engaged so that they can be more productive in terms of taking that technology to the end customers in that specific country. As you know, that the two big engine markets are Saudi and UAE. We have made great inroads with our on-the-ground presence in Kuwait, Qatar, Jordan, and Egypt. So it's going to be the Middle East and North Africa region, getting into Turkey in a couple of years from now. So that's the span that we are looking at. So for us, it's having the whole set of our vendors in all the markets that we represent. However, there could be some nuances in terms of a few vendors being acceptable more in a particular country vis-a-vis the other, but we will try and basically position all our vendors so that the markets that we go in, we are complementing all the strategies that we are putting in place in one country to the other country. The primary challenge would always remain the growing requirements from the end customers as to the changing mindset of what would help them to stabilize and secure their end environment. Now, that end environment could be the technology that they onboard, and how this technology is going to help safeguard their whole threat vectors that they are faced with. So what we see is that the evolving technology and the newer technologies that are coming in play would also be one of our foresights as to what we should position to the end customer so that they are in line with the latest and the best. With the current, whether it's to do with the state-sponsored or the threats that we are all seeing right now, the whole perception about security has evolved. People are wanting to safeguard not only from the normal threats, but from high sort of focused threats which were not that prevalent in the past, and therefore the whole issue in terms of safeguarding themselves more from external attacks has become more paramount right now. So we are trying to help on those things as well, which weren't prevalent in the recent past.